People may not think that Black America is not paying attention to Donald Trump and this Russian hacking, Russian intrusion into our electoral process is concerned, but I'm here to let you know that we are paying close attention. And we have our own black experts who have blown the whistle and continue to blow the whistle on Donald Trump and these Russians. In this particular segment on News One Now, Malcolm Nance, who I love, this guy is on the money. He basically once again spells it out and gives his opinion as to what has gone on here and what is continuing to go on here. Here's the clip from News One Now.
Donald Trump is still doubtful of Russia's interference in the presidential campaign after being briefed by the country's top intelligence officials on Friday. He called the meeting, quote, constructive, and said he would appoint a team within the next 3 months to look into ways to stop foreign hacking.
Putin obviously has got something on Trump. I believe it, and there are a whole lot of people that are in my camp that believe it as well. Now, he is looking at a total revolt, excuse me, by the Republican Party along with the Democratic Party as far as his views on Russia and this hacking situation are concerned. So he obviously has come out with a statement saying that he is going to look at it within the first 3 months to try to get some of the heat off of him. It ain't working. It's not working. John McCain, Lindsey Graham, various other people are going to be up Russia's ass on this, and he's going to have to make a decision because they're going to put forth legislation in order to create additional sanctions on Russia, and he's going to have to sign it or veto it. And his actions when that legislation hits his desk are going to tell us which way the wind is blowing.
According to the declassified report, Russian President Vladimir Putin called for an influence campaign aimed at hindering Hillary Clinton's campaign while aiding Trump's presidential bid. The report points to WikiLeaks being the recipient of hacked Democratic National Committee emails, but Trump officials are denying any leaks.
Mr. Trump and you and others were trying to make an argument against Hillary Clinton using the work of Russian hackers.
Oh, you know what, Jake, with all due respect to Hillary Clinton, we didn't need WikiLeaks to convince the American people that they didn't like her, didn't trust her, didn't...
That's funny. If you didn't need it, then why did you use it? And I mean, Trump just went overboard every time he was having any kind of a public outing. WikiLeaks was one of the first few words out of his mouth. So if you did need it, you damn sure used it enough.
And her to be honest. She did that all on her own.
Even though Donald Trump mentioned WikiLeaks 164 times publicly and even called on Russia to hack her email to find the 30,000 he called missing emails from the State Department.
Now, if he didn't think that Russia was involved, why did he ask Russia to hack her server to try to find the 30,000 emails? Really?
Well, he sent out several tweets where he talked about this issue as well, but still is not quite sure. Senator Lindsey Graham is one of many Republicans on the Hill who says the president-elect should move quickly to denounce Russia.
If after having been briefed by our intelligence leaders, Donald Trump is still unsure as to what the Russians did, that would be incredibly unnerving to me because the evidence is overwhelming. All I'm asking him is to acknowledge that Russia interfered and push back. And it could be Iran next time. It could be China. It was Democrats today. It could be Republicans in the next election. If after the briefing he is still unsure, that will shake me to my core about his judgment.
Well, if I want to be shaken to his core, here's what Donald Trump tweeted. First, having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing. Only stupid people or fools would think that is bad. We have enough problems around the world without yet another one. When I am president, Russia will respect us far more than they do now, and both countries will perhaps work together to solve some of the many great and pressing problems and issues of the world. Also,
So did he just call Lindsey Graham and John McCain stupid? I don't know. Looks like it to me.
So this weekend, Trump's boy in media, Sean Hannity, got into little trouble because he had to apologize because he actually sent out a tweet praising Russia. Yeah, he actually, so someone actually sent him a tweet talking about this particular election, some guy named Bob. And then he said, yes, all of this is what Donnie, this guy, little Donnie Lilhan said. Yes, all Americans must join together to make Russia great again, teamwork. Sean Hannity responded, amen. Then he later apologized, said, oops, my bad. I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't quite see it. Joining me on the phone from Philadelphia, counterterrorism intelligence advisor, Malcolm Nance. Malcolm, you spent how many years in intelligence?
Oh, Jesus, 3 decades more.
3 decades.
Still advising.
You're the author of the book, The Plot to Hack America, How Putin's cyber spies and WikiLeaks tried to steal the 2016 election. All right. So you have a declassified report. Trump responds as a 3-decade intelligence official. Your assessment?
Well, first off, Donald Trump didn't see the declassified report. He saw the top secret special access code word, President's Eyes Only report, which details every method and source of this hacking. I mean, he saw the crown jewels of this. If he wanted to see even more, including allied reports, the technical intelligence, all he would have to do is ask for it. So that being said, he still denies this. And let me tell you, across the board, everyone that I know that's still in the intelligence community, retired people in the intelligence community, ex-directors of our national intelligence agencies, we're dumbfounded. We just cannot understand why this man's loyalty appears to be with the former director of the KGB, Vladimir Putin, and in support of intelligence operations done by the Kremlin against the United States in a cyber warfare attack, and why he will not support his own intelligence agencies. I mean, it's moved from, I like to say this, Roland, it's moved first from silly to serious, serious to suspicious, suspicious to seditious. And I think, at some point we're going to get to sinister.
So here you are here you are somebody who worked for this country to keep this country safe, and you have the president-elect who refuses to say a negative word about Russia. In fact, even on Friday when they released a statement and he tweeted about it, he then mixed in China and other countries with Russia. He even would not single Russia out. It's as if this is payback. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know what else can you call it.
Well, I said this the other day in a tweet. This appears to be praised as a payback. He praises Julian Assange, a man who outed hundreds and hundreds of U.S. service members, diplomats, exposed thousands and thousands of top-secret documents in time of war, and who is now holed up in the Ecuadorian embassy in Britain. And as far as he's concerned, he did Donald Trump a favor. Therefore, Donald Trump, he has that personality quirk that if you do something for him, he praises you. The minute he's done with you, he kicks you to the curb. So all of that being said, this is why we're moved from serious to suspicious. If anyone, any individual in the United States government with a top secret special access, what we call top secret special compartmented information security clearance, were to open their mouth and express the exact same opinions, they would be undergoing a counterintelligence interrogation. They would have polygraphs, multiple polygraphs across the spectrum of time, and they would be marked and flagged for their career as a potential agent of a foreign power, as a potential sympathizer to a hostile intelligence agency. Most likely they would just lose their clearance. This is absolutely stunning. And what I want to know is, Roland, we talk about this whole hack on the DNC. I want to know, was the Trump campaign in coordination with the Russians, and were they complicit? Because he is taking horrible pains to avoid going anywhere near that. And that's the only questions that are truly left. And when they're asked, well, then we're going to have a constitutional crisis on our hands.
Malcolm Nance, we surely appreciate it. Thank you so very much, folks. Pull up it.
All right, so yeah, that's Malcolm. Anyway, and here's his book.
His book again, so y'all can see it. You definitely want to get this. You want to get his book because, again, this was written before the election. He called it The Plot to Hack America by Malcolm Nance. Malcolm, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure, Will.
Yeah, so like I said, Malcolm is that. This guy's been on the money. I just went to follow him on Twitter, and I mean he's got a lot of stuff out there as to what's going on, and there's nobody out there saying that it's conspiracy theorists. It's actual information that anybody can go and research for themselves. So, Malcolm, yeah, I'm sticking with you, brother.
All right, folks, real quick here. This is, again, he absolutely refuses to say anything that is negative about Putin or Russia.
Yeah.
This should be scary to this country.
And the way it sets up is that we're going to find out something big later during his presidency. One of the rumors being that he may, in fact, owe Vladimir Putin a great deal of money. Of course, we don't know that because his tax returns haven't been released, so who knows?
Now, in tax returns, he also did not release the companies who he owes money to. That is crucial.
But this is the thing, this is indefensible. I'm not going to defend this. Russia is an enemy of ours. Russia's an enemy of ours, top of our enemies list. What they did in this election cycle, although our intelligence officials have said there wasn't a direct hacking of the election, it was declaration of war. I'm not a war hawk, I'm not a war guy, I'm not a Lindsey Graham, I'm not a John McCain, but I'm looking forward to seeing the sanctions that's coming out of Congress over the next 90 days. Russia needs to be dealt with. The bear in the woods needs to be shot through the heart.
And Donald Trump's behavior here is disgraceful. It's absolutely seditious. It is a treasonous act. He absolutely should be saying, we got to hold Russia accountable. They have no business meddling in our internal affairs of government, and we need to sanction them.
All right, folks, when we come back, Michelle.
All right, so it is what it is. We're going to see. But again, Malcolm Nance is the man. He's laid everything out for everybody to see. And it's up to us as individuals, U.S. citizens and patriots, if we want to call ourselves that. We need to act. And whatever we need to do to get Trump to do the right thing, that's what we need to do.